Funeral service for Judy Carol Bradford McMurphy, age 72, of Sylacauga, will be Saturday morning at 11 a.m. from Curtis & Son North, with the Reverends Rick Dearman and Charles Christmas officiating. Private graveside service will follow at Evergreen Cemetery. Visitation tonight for Judy will be at Curtis & Son North from 5 until 8 p.m. Ms. McMurphy passed away Monday, June 3rd at UAB Palliative Care in Birmingham. She was a retired teacher for Talladega County Board of Education and a lifelong member of the Mignon Baptist Church. Online condolences at curtisonfh.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Johnny Wayne Hicks, age 56, is today at 2 o'clock from Talladega Funeral Home, with Brother Chris Wilkerson officiating. Burial in the Pine Hill Memorial Park. The family will receive friends noon until 2 o'clock today at the funeral home. Mr. Hicks died Tuesday, June 4th at Princeton Medical Center. Talladega Funeral Home, directing. Memorial service for Billy M. Dealey, age 64, is Saturday at 11 o'clock in First Assembly of God, with Pastor Brian Jones officiating. Speakers include Vern Ogle and Jack Lee. Mr. DeLee died May 7th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. In lieu of flowers, donations can be made to the Ribbons of Hope in Talladega County. Radley Smith Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Mr. William Spencer Beasley, age 56, is Saturday at 1 p.m. from Southside Baptist Church, with the Reverend Marvin Jones, a pastor, the Reverend Johnny Ray Smith, the eulogist. Burial in the Knoxville Cemetery. Sims Funeral Service, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Mr. Mitchell Cheney, age 56, is Saturday at Pleasant Valley CME Church in Childersburg at 1 o'clock, with the Reverend Pearson McGee officiating. Burial in the Lily Roden Cemetery of Childersburg. Visitation today, 1 until 8 at the funeral home. Mr. Cheney died May 29th at his residence. He was one of the all-time great basketball players in Talladega County and volunteered with the Gerald Wallace basketball camp. He attended Childersburg High School. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home directing that service. Memorial service for Mr. Benjamin Rogers, age 85, is Saturday at Community Funeral Home Chapel at 11 o'clock, with the Reverend Lotus McGregor officiating. Mr. Rogers died May 25th at Coosa Valley Nursing Home. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home directing. Graveside service for Ms. Gloria Ann Jackson is 11 o'clock Saturday in Alexander City at New Life Memorial Gardens. In case of inclement weather, the service will relocate to Wright's Funeral Home Chapel. Wright's Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Mr. Jack M. Howell, age 85, is today at 3 o'clock from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Brother James Gallup's officiating. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Mr. Howell died Thursday. Visitation today, 2 until 3 at the funeral home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home directing. And funeral service for Linda Delane Haynes, age 36, of Birmingham, is Saturday at 2 from the chapel of Radley Smith Funeral Home. Brother Kelvin Smitherman and Brother Jeff Mims officiating. Burial in the Tallahatchie Cemetery in Alpine. Ms. Haynes died June 1st in Birmingham. Visitation Saturday noon until 2 o'clock at the funeral home. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, in charge of the arrangements. These obituaries this morning brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975 is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.